Hello, Cece of Middleburg Tutors. This is your tutorial for week 14 science projects. We are going to be back in our Janice Van Cleve book, and we're going to be doing experiments 125, spoon pin, and 126, sampler. So we're going to start with 125, spoon pin. The purpose of this one is to demonstrate a mineral streak test. And our supplies that we are supposed to have is one piece of unglazed porcelain tile, which I have these Christmas ornaments that are going to serve that purpose. These are unglazed tile. And I have a couple of different mineral type things. I have a dime and I have a penny. We will probably also maybe pick up a couple of rocks or different things outside to show if they have any type of reaction or not. But basically what we're doing is we're doing a scratch test, which helps us to see what minerals do in reaction to the tile, what they're made out of. So again, you're going to want to read through these. This experiment is going to be really quick, so you may want to use the front and the back of this in order to let each child have a chance of doing this in order to utilize some of your time. But the idea is that we're going to take the tile and we're going to take something else like our penny and we're going to do a scratch test, which basically means we're just going to scratch it along the tile. And we're going to see what resulted in that. So this penny, even though it's copper, came out as kind of like a brownish gray color on our streak test. Probably can't see it on the video. That's okay, you can take my word for it. We're going to do the same thing with a dime. So we're going to scratch it along here and see if that turned out any differently. So this one is a little bit more black than the penny was. We can do the same thing with a spoon. That didn't really turn out so well when I tried this ahead of time, but we'll go ahead and bring it anyway since that's what's asked for in our guidebook. If you have anything else that you can think of that you would want to bring in order to scratch on the tile, then you're welcome to do that. But like I said, we'll definitely provide you guys with a spoon, a penny, a dime, and hopefully we can bring in like a rock in order to do the scratch test. So make sure that you read through this again. Look at the Miss Wizzle sheets that are going to be sent to you guys so that you can have some more background, because this one's definitely going to need to be expanded upon in order to take up a little bit more of the time. I'm sure that there's a lot of really good information that you could go into for this one. We just have to put forth a little bit of work in order to get that, because our guidebook, doesn't provide us with a whole lot of background on this one. So that's number 125, spoon pin. Okay, number 126 is sampler, and this is to demonstrate core sampling with the earth. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some Play-Doh, and all we really need is a very small amount. So I'm just going to take a portion of this from each one, and I will probably have these already segmented off for you guys, like in a baggie, so you won't have to be pulling it off of a big piece. But I am just separating it out for now so that I get 3 different colors. And these are basically going to represent the layers of the earth down to the core. So what we're going to do is get them soft, kind of roll them into a ball so that we can then flatten them out onto each other. You can have the kids help you with this portion. If we have enough Play-Doh, then I probably will give you guys enough to where we can let each kid do one and be able to take it home. So I'm going to see if I have enough to do that. If not, then we will just do it as a demonstration type thing, and that will be okay too. You can have the kids help you with that. So anyway, make it into a ball, flatten it out as best you can, put another layer on to kind of combine with that, and another layer on. And this is where, as best you can go through the scientific method. I don't think there's going to be too much difference on hypothesis as to what's going to happen once we do this, but the idea is that we're going to take a straw and we're going to pierce it through here in order to take a sample of the core. So we're going to take our straw and try to push it all the way through the Play-Doh until it comes all the way out. And you may not be able to see this, but at the tip of my straw, I have the different colors. So we have some dissecting scissors, and I am going to cut that piece off so that I can get to it a little bit better. And then I will probably just cut it right down the side in order to completely expose it. If I can get it open. Okay. And what I have is a multi-layered little sampling of the different layers of our core. So as I'm doing this, I'm seeing that actually one little thing of this makes enough to where one straw could then go through it again to take another sample and be able to cut that off for each student if they want to have a little piece to take home. They could keep it in their straw and not cut it open, or you know, cut it open like we did with the original one. But really this one is going to be enough for you to be able to do this multiple times. So I think that's probably what we'll do. Just make sure you have about this amount of Play-Doh and 1 or 2 straws so that you can make it as thick as you really want to, and that way everybody will have a little core sample to take home. Again, we've got Miss Wizzle sheets for this that will help you expand on it. Do a little bit of research ahead of time so that you can have some good discussion about this with the kids, ask some good questions, get them thinking about this. But that is the gist of our experiment. So that's everything for week 14, our scratch test and our sampler. Thanks.